Alrighty. Hi, my collective. So today's conversation, today's topic is going to be about narcissistic people. I definitely wanted to touch on this topic because I've experienced my fair share of a couple. I don't even know how to say that. Whatever. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, so have you. And I want to say that one thing you need to know when you're surviving narcissistic people, you are not the problem. You are not the problem. The only thing that you need to realize is that narcissistic people, they just pick new victims. They just pick new people. So it isn't because you are 4 feet tall or 5 feet tall, or because you said this or you did that. It literally has nothing to do with you. With narcissistic people, you have to surrender taking shit personally. Seriously, because I literally had to learn this lesson, because it allowed me, like, experiencing that abuse, you turn that abuse inward and you say, these are the reasons why I wasn't loved or I was treated this way. There was no reason for you to be treated that way. They just chose a victim that had low self-esteem and had trouble trusting themselves, right? And then when you continue to, the more years you spend with a narcissist, the more you begin to not really trust your own reality, your own perception of things, your own like opinions on things. And I'm here to tell you guys, like, a way to stop experiencing narcissistic people is to work on yourself. It is to trust your intuition and more self-love for you, because you need to realize that there is no reason why this happens to you. Like, literally, when you stop and you try to like find the reason why, or why did this happen, no, learn the lesson and take away from that what you need to take away from. And when you meet another person that has those same traits that that other person had, do not give them the benefit of the doubt. And that's the problem. That's where you go wrong, is because when you see a trait in someone and you're recognizing it from your ex who was also a narcissist, but you decide to give this person the benefit of the doubt because they didn't hurt you yet, that's you putting yourself back in the same situation, which leads down to the loop of you unable to trust yourself. You need to trust your gut feeling when you meet somebody. There's a reason why this person feels familiar. It's because they remind you of someone else who did you dirty in the past. So learning to just truly trust yourself, and also not taking people's words for what they say. Like, literally pay attention to their actions, because if they're saying that they love you, or they're saying that they care about you, or this didn't really rub me that way, but they're behaving in that way, baby, they lying. Like, literally, I don't even know what else to say, but they just lying. Like, literally, they counting on the fact that you have no self-esteem, you don't trust yourself, and people moonwalk all over you. Like, they be acting like they don't know what they're doing, but they know what they're doing. And you need to simply adapt the fact that people know what they're doing, and stop going out here into this world that be fucking you up and thinking, oh, I'm giving everybody the benefit of the doubt. No, baby. No, with that mindset, you're going to continue to meet them, and you're going to continue to allow the experience. You only experience narcissists when you allow them. Because listen, when you meet them, they put on their best dressed, they put on everything, all the good qualities, they put that on. But it can't last, because that's not who they truly are. So you have to really just, when they show you, when you see the glimpse of it, say when you meet them, you don't get a gut feeling. But when you see that glimpse of it, do not wait for a second reason to leave. Okay, because one thing with a narcissist, if you give him a second chance, maybe it's gonna be turned up. The crazy gonna be turned up. The gaslighting gonna be turned up. So what I'm here to say to my collective is truly trusting your intuition. Build that trust with yourself. Every time you get that feeling, leave. Set boundaries. Say no. And really surrender the need to be right or to prove a narcissistic person wrong, because baby, you will not win that battle. The only thing that's going to cause you is more stress, and you're going to be tired. You have to let God handle it, babe, because what's done in the dark will eventually come to light. And one thing I realized, like, I remember I was trying to prove to these people that this person is not who they said they are, this person not who they said they are, and it took years, but eventually the truth came out. So you save yourself that time and that energy when you just decide to surrender and just let that go. You don't need to always be right about a situation. Like, literally, like, you just need to trust yourself. You don't need to see logical proof to trust yourself. And that's where you're going wrong. You're looking for a logical proof in a 3D, when it's like, if you're feeling a certain way around somebody, that's proof enough for you to say, all right, I'm gonna dead this situation. You have to be okay with people talking shit about you. You gotta be okay with people spreading lies about you, because narcissistic people will do that. They will do that. They will do that. Okay? They will spin the story around on you like you the problem. And all you did was say, oh, I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to set this boundary. Now all of a sudden you the bad guy. You just have to be okay with being the bad guy, because when you have self-love and self-respect for yourself, you're gonna have less people around you, because a lot of people be walking around here with that victim mentality. And not to say that, like, you know, all victims are narcissistic people, but narcissistic people with a victim mentality, oh, that baby, that's dangerous. That's a dangerous person to have around you. Okay, trust your gut instinct about people, and stop trying to, like, I'm not gonna say like everybody in the world is a bad person, because that's not true. And there's no good or bad people, but there's people who experience trauma, and they allow their trauma to create this version of themselves that hurt other people. Hurt people. So you have to also realize that you have to protect yourself. You can't just be like, oh yes, I'm believing in the greater good. No one's saying you can't believe in the greater good, but use your common sense. Use your feelings. Use your intuition. God gave you that for a reason. Okay, so if you're feeling fishy around this person, trust that. That's enough to dead the situation. Okay, you the reason why you're so tired when you're trying to focus on all these goals is because you keep giving your energy to these different people. And narcissistic people, they suck you dry. They're energy vampires. They'll suck you dry. So if you know in your mind that this person, something's off about this person, something's off about them, you don't need to wait for a reason, because every time you wait for a reason, you're gonna be tired. That's another pain, another scar you gotta heal from, when you could just learn your lesson and say, you know what, this person reminds me of Johnny, and I know who Johnny is. So at the end of the day, I'm not gonna go down that route with you. You did something that showed me that something's off right there. Don't give a narcissistic person a chance to convince you that they're not narcissistic, because they will. They've done this. They do it for a living. They're professionals. So yes, so I really just wanted to come on here and say to whoever needs this right now, if you're going through a situation where you feel like you're going crazy, or everybody around you making you feel like you're crazy, no, babe, you're not crazy. Like, spirit, like, send this video to those that need that sign. You are not crazy. Trust your intuition about this person. That it. You don't need to explain yourself to anybody else. That's the thing where we go wrong, trying to explain ourselves to people and trying to prove ourselves to people. No, prove yourself to yourself. Validate yourself. Okay, if you think that this person is crazy, they're crazy. And the more you begin to trust yourself in these situations, you will see that your whole like the way that you see yourself will begin to shift. It will begin to shift. You begin to trust yourself with more and more things. So don't be holding shame, guilt, or any type of negative feelings towards yourself, or putting yourself in this situation, or accepting this type of treatment, because you needed to learn from it. Okay, and when you put yourself in that situation, it still puts you in a predicament for you to not be honest with how you're feeling about certain things, because you feel like you're going to judge yourself. So you're just like, you know what, let me just ignore these emotions. But the more honest and down to earth you could be with yourself, the more it is easier for you to actually process your feelings and your emotions. You don't need any type of punishment for being attracted to these type of people, but you just need to know that, okay, today's the day where I stop. I'm no longer interested. I'm done with it. And truly mean that shit. Like, really truly mean that shit, because narcissistic people are everywhere, baby. They just looking for a target. So when you decide that you're not one, then they gonna have to dirty wine out your face. That's literally it. So that's my messages. I hope this made sense. I just really had to come on here and talk about it, because baby, I don't know, like something going on in the air. Like, I feel like there's so many of them, so many more of them than they used to be. So stay safe, trust your intuition. You are not crazy, but you need to surrender trying to be right, because you cannot prove a narcissistic person wrong. They'll find another reason, another hole. They just be looking for holes. Okay, I love you. Have a good day.